Well, we are back talking about whips because, man, I've had so many questions about it. And the reality is Ehaho's Speed Sync technology whips are absolutely the best bang for the buck. And let's show you why. Now, if you haven't seen my install video, we'll put that up here. This video, I want to focus in showing you what makes these whips so great. Not only the quality of the build, but also all the functionalities that these things offer. They're called Speed Sync technology for a reason. When you speed up, the function of the light will speed up as well. So if it's going through a color change, it'll speed up through that. If it's doing just a chasing sequence, it'll speed that up. But there's also tons of other features that we got into in this video that you're going to see. Now, before we get into the actual lighting features, let's talk about the quick build construction of these things. So they have a nice acrylic tube that goes up that protects these lights. You may wonder, well, how well does it do, after it's been through mud, dirt, all that kind of stuff? They have held up very well. So these things have been put through the beating. Look like the day I've got them. The other cool thing I like about these, we do have the nice spring base, which has been super handy. If you have a doorway this short, you can easily quick disconnect these things here. Not to mention, the base pulls right off. Now let's get into the basics of this remote. So what we have here is we have I've actually have it on auto right now, and it basically goes through and it just cycles through your colors. It does kind of a rainbow effect. And what you'll see on this remote is you have an on-off switch here that you're actually able to, if you wanted to, cut these things on and off with this remote if you wanted to. Now I'll leave it on always here. That way I just use my switch to turn it on and off. You also have your function to be able to dim and brighten these things. So what you'll see as we get here, we will dim this down, and what you'll notice is there is this flash. That white flash when you're going down lets you know that you have hit the absolute minimum brightness that these will put out. Same thing if you go to the top side and you get as bright as you want. There we go. We've hit our brightest section we have there. We also have all of our colors that are basic colors. We have our red, we have our green, we have our blue, we have some orange in there, we have a light blue, we have white. All of the basic colors. If you want just a solid color, you have it right here. Now there's also 4 sections here for actual, if you're listening to music. Then you have the speed sensing function, which is this little button right here. So the speed sensing function, we're going to get into a little bit later. We're going to go head out for a ride. I want to show you guys how the speed function actually works. But what you're going to see is you have a mode up and a mode down. So here we can take the remote and we can actually go to different modes that are built into the system. Now, if you find that you have 6 favorites, no problem, because you can store 6 of your favorites down here where you can easily click on it and it goes straight to that. But just to give you an idea, here's one that's jumping between colors here. It's an actual jump between red, green, blue, kind of going through that. We have one that kind of brings the colors from the top down. There's ones that actually will take and do multicolored all the way up through there. Now, the other nice thing about this, let me get it on a mode. Let's get it to like this mode here. We have white starting to trickle down into the red. Now, if you think this is going too slow, you can hit the speed up function. Boom. And it speeds up the process or the function that's going on right there. And you can speed these things up. That's the max. I mean, that thing is really moving. Now, that's too much. Wow, it's going too fast. Don't worry. Slow it back down. You can slow it basically as slow as you want to as fast as you want. Let's jump to the app real quick. Let me show you how that is. All right, so the app that we use for these is actually Magic Lantern. Now, we're able to pull this up. Now, what you're going to see is you can actually go up here to the top, and this will show your devices. In this case, you'll see there's actually 2 here. I haven't named them. One is mine, one is my dad's vehicle. They pop up. You can control both or one. It doesn't matter. You can control both sets. I mean, if you're 2 different people, 2 different side-by-sides, you don't want to ride with the same thing necessarily. So you got your own control. Don't worry about that. But from here, you have some of your presets that you can jump to. You have, just like we do on the regular remote, and you have your classic colors, some of the presets. Once again, you have your brightness and dimness all controllable here. You have a complete pinwheel to pick up any color that you want. In the pattern of rainbow, you can literally pick any color you would like. Now, what you're also going to find is here's where you can find out all of the different effects that you can have with these whips. Right now we're on auto. We're going to be on autoplay. We're going to go magic forward. So this is basically the rainbow color And forward is from the bottom up. You can go to magic back, which goes the other direction with the colors. You have color energy is what this one's called. We have color jump. We have an RGB jump. So we have strictly red, green, and blue. We have YCP, which would be what, yellow, cyan, and purple jump. We have color strobes. All this completely, like I said, you could change the speed to whatever you want on that. RGB strobing, the YCP strobe. We have color gradual. This is where it's going to gradually go in and out to each one. If you want just a red and yellow, red and purple. I mean, unbelievable amount of different things. Now, I want to tell you, this right here is a whopping 47 different ones. This is only the basic pattern. Now, if you'll notice up here, you have basic, you have curtain, you have all these different waters, tail, run back, scenes. You have all of these different things, and each and every one of these has different effects. So just in basic, there's 47 different effects. In the curtain, there's 20 different effects in this. You have the transition. There is a whopping 20 there. You get where I'm going with this. Now, what I want to show you real quick before we head out for the speed sync is you have all your standard modes that you can go through by just hitting the mode button. Now, if you want to specifically get into the speed sync stuff, you just basically hit the speed sync and boom, there we go. We're now into speed sync mode. So let's get out and hit the road. Let me show you. All right, now the first thing you're going to notice is brake lights. Yes, you can hook this up to your brake lights and create that extra safety factor of really people being able to see you hit the brakes. So it's really nice. But not only that, if you have a turn signal kit, well, guess what? These things integrate with turn signal kits as well. So you can have your blinkers going, you can have your hazards going. But if you also have a reverse light hookup, guess what? It'll also hook up to your reverse wire and give you a backup light if you need it. So let's hit the road and let's take out these lights. So first thing you're going to notice here too is that I'm going to hit the button and you're going to notice 2 flashes. That 2 flashes means that it's off. The 1 flash means that it's on. I'm talking speed sync. So 2 flashes, when you have the speed sync, that means it's off. When you see the single flash, that means you are engaged in the speed sync mode, and which is what we're in now. So what you're going to see is these light bars are going to start going faster and faster the faster we go. Now this has quite a few different modes in here as well that you can go through that all part of the speed sync. We have a green and red. We have so many different ones in here. It's really hard to show you all these. Now I just turned them off. Now the thing about it is you could turn them off at any point in time during the speed sync and they stay at that setting. So if you're running real fast, it'll stay at that high speed. But you can turn it back on at any point and get it back going and do its thing. Now this is the run feature. I believe it's considered run. What you see here, this is the white light. You'll see here in a minute I have other various colors that we go through. Basically the white lights are running up through there, and of course the faster you go, the faster they move. I honestly find this to be one of my favorite modes. I just like the solid color when it's chasing like that as fast as it goes. Just really, I don't know, has a nice look to it. But you see every color in the, you could think of is just about in this part of this deal. But we also have some other cool light functions as well. We have these ones that kind of split from the middle going out, and they change various colors just depending on which mode you're in. And here's some more various colors that are part of the kind of the light bar sequence that chases up through there. Really a nice, really nice touch here. And this is another good spot. You'll see it real well as we're picking, running the speed, how the lights are moving. And when I get up here to this corner, you'll see me slow down. In that case, when it slows down, so does the light. So it slows down to a much slower pace than it was a while ago. Now, what other company on the market offers this? I don't know of any that can offer a better value with what you get than Ehaho. These whips are really amazing. These are the speed sync versions. And as you've seen in the video, whenever speed we run, as we speed up and slow down, the lights go with it. What other company has that out? Nobody for this price. So Put a link down in the description, guys. You need to pick up a set today because I'm telling you, they're going to be so worth it. But this is it for this one. We're going to see you on the next one.